There's still a cloud of mystery surrounding who Thomas Crooks was and why he tried to kill President Trump. It has been revealed by Senator Chuck Grassley that Crooks practiced shooting at his local gun range just a day before the Department of Homeland Security conducted training there. But this wasn't a one-off thing. DHS regularly trains at this very gun club. The Department of Homeland Security conducted a police training at the range in Pennsylvania 2 months before the assassination attempt. It is unclear whether or not the Department of Homeland Security frequently held training there, but Crooks was a regular visitor since August 2023. He practiced there religiously with his rifle. And this headline comes out around the same time we learn that there is a device that seems to be attached to someone who traveled from D.C. to Crooks' house and workplace several times before the attempt. Then we look over to see Congressman Clay Higgins in a verbal knife fight with the boys at the FBI over what happened to Thomas Crooks' body. Did FBI rush to cremate the body? The FBI denies this, of course. And remember when former Navy SEAL and Congressman Eli Crane of Arizona asked this?
Did you get any reports from any of your agents of anything fishy at the home?
I was briefed on...
Was there any silverware found in the home or trash?
I have nothing in the briefing that I was given, sir.
Was it extremely clean, almost like a medical lab? Were you given any of those reports?
I was not giving any of those details, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Interesting.
We're joined now by the man himself, unafraid to ask these pointed questions, Arizona Congressman Eli Crane. When I heard you ask that question, I knew that you were going somewhere with it. I knew you had heard something else, and you weren't quite pushing towards the end. But I wanted to ask you now, several weeks out, why did you ask that question?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. You know, I heard from a whistleblower I was talking to that had talked to somebody else who made entry into the home after the incident on J13, and what some of the investigators saw really struck them as odd, in that the kitchen and a room off of the kitchen, not the entire house, were very clean, and there were no plates, no silverware at all in the kitchen, and then no trash either. And so it just did not fit the quality. It did not fit the pattern of life for these people. And so it definitely struck them as odd. And I wanted to ask the chief of police there if he'd heard the same thing.
A lot of what we're hearing about this story and how it's developing is you have senators, high-ranking senators stepping out and saying, all the intel we're getting out of this is from local law enforcement. We are not getting any semblance of a credible story from the FBI, the Secret Service, the DOJ. None of these guys are giving a story that we believe. And that leads me to ask you, I mean, at this point, what questions do you have for our federal officials who are supposedly in charge of conducting an investigation into this?
Yeah, no, I have a lot of questions, and that's why myself, Corey Mills, and a couple other members of Congress, Chip Roy, Andy Biggs, Matt Gaetz, are holding a parallel roundtable, because we don't trust the federal government to get to the bottom of it, and we don't trust the federal agencies to turn over information that they have. And this is par for the course up in Washington, D.C. on not just this issue, but every single issue. It's like we have a federal government and a bureaucracy, our fourth branch of government, the administrative state, that just doesn't think that they have to answer to Congress. And why would they? Because there's never any accountability. And we don't have enough strong members of Congress that will actually hold these guys accountable when they don't, adhere to subpoenas, when they don't turn over what we need from them.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.